What's she up to now? Day 2037. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Are you ahead of schedule on your communication goals, or do you need a lifeline, somebody to rescue you? My son-in-law is a lineman, and he was working in South Dakota a couple of weeks ago, and his family, my daughter and her two girls were out visiting, and my son, and just as they came up to see where he was working before they went to do something fun, they saw him be rescued by a helicopter from the big equipment, the big bucket truck that they were working on. It had frozen up and seized up, and he works on really high power lines, so he had actually needed a rescue, as did his apprentice. So it was a fun and interesting trip, apparently, and very exciting. He said it was very exciting to be rescued from the helicopter. I guess, especially when you're not hurt, it would be really fun and exciting. Otherwise, maybe not so much to be rescued by a helicopter. So Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transitioned originally in 2017 from the brick and mortar corporate world of businesses, lots of different businesses and industries I worked in, while simultaneously, for over a quarter century, while simultaneously owning and operating my own businesses, again, in a bunch of different industries. So I like to hop on, talk about that, both the offline business experiences and business topics, and some of them overlap, most of them overlap, right? Business is business. The internet just is a different way to market and expose more people to your business. So I personally am of the mind at this point in my life that everybody, whether you have just a brick and mortar business or an online business, should be merging the two. And if you're online, you should be partnering with people that are offline, and vice versa. And offline people should definitely be getting an online presence. And we could talk about that if you have any questions about it. But today I'm just going to share the quick pieces of content, since I'm hanging out and helping with my granddaughters today, and I hear one of them yelling, "Grandma, Grandma," down the stairs. The 2-year-old's up. I want to hop through this quickly. Number one, first piece of content was our idiom for supersize your business, and that was ahead of schedule. So we talked about ahead of schedule being a newer idiom. It's just from the 20th century, and it ties into time management and project planning, and how do we apply that and use that in our businesses. All of us ought to be using time management, scheduling, and planning and goal setting and project management in our businesses. No matter what type of business you have, those are skills that are applicable. So we talked about that a little bit. And then for our annual challenge, and Get Your Goals annual challenge, we added, thus the lifeline, the communication area, communication goals to our, and I actually realized I didn't have it on my cheat chart. I've got it on my big one, but this is my little, I can hold it up and show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the lifeline exercise. It is one of my favorite exercises. We cover it every month in the challenge because it's that important. It's like the SOAP framework. There are probably 10 tools that I constantly use all the time in my businesses and in my personal life because they're that powerful and that helpful, and that's why I want to share them. So that's it. If I can help you in any way, ask. You can hit me up at pajamagrandma@gmail.com via Voxer. Best, quickest, easiest, fastest way, especially when I'm doing things like helping with my grandbabies. All right, have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.